So what I want to do today, it's I got yesterday a new client, and he had a very interesting case, which I think is great. So he has a business that is basically doing some kind of loans. I don't want to go into specifics, but he is giving money to people. Usually the husband and the wife will be involved in the process, which is similar to lots of real estate transactions, mortgages, selling and buying equipment. So lots of time you will have more than one people involved in the process of the deal. And that's common also for I can think about tourism, when you have the husband, the wife, and maybe also the kids going to a vacation. And right now, if you go to Zoho, let's say that I have now a new deal that I want to have. This deal will be connected only to one person. So if I will click on the deal, you can see here that I have only one contact person assigned and not multiple of them. And what do you do when you have, a case of husband and wife? Now, if you go with the conventional way, it means that you need to go to the contacts, you need to create, let's say, the wife, you need to create the husband, you need to put them under the same account, you need to go to the deal, you need to have the lookups in place, lots of work. And if we're trying to be a little bit more creative, and that's a solution. I don't know if lots of you can do it because it requires a little bit of scripting, but just open your mind in terms of what Zoho can do for you. You can go to the forms. You can create, let's say, a form. Let's say it's called couples, whatever it is. You can have here lots of questions. Let's say that will be section number 1. Let's say your name, and the other one will be spouse name. Okay, so you can have here all the details, lots of questions, email, phone number, everything, lots and lots of stuff for each one of the people. Whenever this form is being submitted, it will go to the CRM under a new custom module. So let's say that I'm going to create now a new custom modules for the people that are new to this process. I am creating a new modules. Let's say, call it the same. Let's call it the wife, just so it will be interesting. Okay. Now here I will have the wife name. I will have here also your name. And I will have here the email address of the wife, the email address of the husband, whatever, all the details here. And whenever this form is being submitted, it will be sent to this separated module. It's not the contact, it's not the leads, it's not the deals, it's totally separated. And once the information is being received in this external module, which is totally disconnected from everything, we can run a script in the background that will basically create a contact for the wife with all the wife details, create a contact for the husband with all his details, can create a new account in the family, the account that the husband and the wife will be assigned to. And we create also a deal and connect the wife, the husband, and the account. So just so you know that even though by default, if you're trying to do it, it takes lots of time, it doesn't mean that there is a creative solution that you can bypass, the entire way that Zoho are doing business, and you can just make something cool out of it. Okay? So that's what I wanted to show you this morning, and let's go to questions. Woohoo! Chantel, can you hear us?
Yes.
Or hear me, not us. Me. How are you today?
I am fine. How are you?
Super. It's all great.
I'm excited to be here. I'm so excited that we found your course and finally have some real help with Zoho. So
I'm happy to hear it.
I'm the founder of a company called Georgia Tax Lien Bootcamp. and it is an educational platform, a real estate educational platform that teaches people how to invest in tax liens. And the situation that you brought up today has really racked our brain for some time, because we have a registration form, and in that form, a person can have multiple registrants, and we need to create a separate record for each registrant. And we basically had a developer who wrote script, but I'd like to, the example you showed, I barely understood it. I just saw the possibilities and was just hoping that you could maybe show that again. Like if we have multiple records that come into that form, how we get them to go into the different layout again.
So the first step, that you have the form. So let's make it a short form, so we won't waste too much time on the small details. But you have, let's say, the husband and the wife. So that's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So let's say you have here more questions, lots of stuff, right? And whenever this form is being sent, let me quickly create a new module so I can show you how you can receive it on the other side, which is very, very simple to do. And let's call it, this is him, this is her. And that will be, okay, name, just to make it quick, or her last name. And we'll pull it one more. If I'm doing something in the process that you don't understand, please let me know and I will explain. So this is the last name and first name of, actually it's the opposite, but that's fine. I will just do it like that. So this is her, this is him, okay?
Yes.
His last name and his first name. Until here we're clear?
Different sections in one layout for each person.
Yeah, but it can be also together. I just wanted to separate for the ease of understanding what I'm doing.
Got it. Okay.
But it's the same. So you have his and her first name and last name, and of course you can have many more questions. Okay, until here we okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm with you so far.
Okay, very good. So I'm calling it test 1, 2, 3, just so we will have something to refer to. And we're saving it. Okay, let's just give it to profile, done. So this module is in the system right now. And if I will go all the way to the bottom, you can see test 1, 2, 3. And of course, I can also create records by myself.
Yes.
We're good?
We're good.
Okay, let's continue. In Zoho Forms, when I created the form, I'm going to the integration. I'm clicking on integrate. I'm selecting, surprisingly, the module that we just created.
Okay.
Okay. I always run automations, even though if I don't have any automation right now, I always have automations on, and I also always click on the attachment just to have a copy of the form, which is always good. Now I just need to
That solves another problem that we have. Oh my goodness.
You see, 2 in 1. Okay, so you have, so this is her name. So let's say this is the last name. And that will be the first name. This is her first name and spouse, first name. And then you have his last name and last name and first name. Okay, so now we have the integration in place and we're good to go. Until now, we're good?
Yeah, we're still good.
Okay, I am going now to submit a new form. So let me just go to the form itself. I'm going to submit the form. So that will be, okay, this is the dude. This is the wife. We're good?
We're good.
Submitting the form using the integration is going to be pushed to this new module in about 20 seconds or so. And you will see here the first name, the last name, all the details. Okay, let's wait for it. Waiting for it. Got it. You see? This is the record. Very good. Now, imagine that you have now a script that's running in the background. The script is grabbing his last name, his first name, and creating a new contact.
Yes.
Grabbing the wife last name, grabbing the wife first name, and creating another contact.
Got it. So, okay. So that's the question.
Just a second. Grabbing also the last name, creating a new account, which in this case it's a family, and it will be the dude family, and assigning both the wife contact and the husband contact to this account. And it's also creating a new deal for the dude family and assigning the contacts and also assigning the account. Is that making sense?
It does.
So that's what you can do using the script, and it's not supposed to take too much time. It's very quick.
Okay, and that's something like we would just have our developer create that script in the background, or is that something you can do with like Command Center or something like that?
Nah, you need a developer, not a smart one. Very basic coding skills. It should take about 2 hours, something like that. Everything I just showed you, from the form all the way to completion. Very quick.
Okay, and then just one last question in reference to that whole setup. Is there any way to integrate the Showtime, like what you have right here? You know how you have the landing page with the form that gives you, lets the people register. Can you integrate that with that setup?
Yes. So when you have a Showtime, Showtime.zoho. So when you have a Showtime event, the event will have a link. It's a constant link. Actually, I don't need to create a new one. So here you can see that I have here this link, or here. So if I click here, it's just sending me to the registration, right? So you can have this link integrated into your form, right? Because usually it will be the same webinar for multiple individuals, right?
Yes.
So you can create one, couples event. This couples event will have recurring sessions. Let's say every month or every week you will have one session, and people can register using one link. And that can be in the autoresponder that you're sending them, or it can be in the form. You can create a new section of a description, and you basically say, hey, welcome, please go here.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. Okay, let's move on. We have a group email that needs to be used instead of personal email, but since it's a group email, there is no password, so the system cannot validate the CRM. Let me show you a trick. So I know this problem, and there is a bypass to it. Mike, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Very good. Yes, sir. So if you go here to the email under channels, you can create your organizational email, and that will be your group email, right? So it's group@blah.com. And you can say who can use this email, which probably all the group. Now, once you define this email address, which obviously this is just a dummy one, but once you do it, whenever you're sending emails from any kind of record, you will see here a drop down that if you click on the drop down, it can show you who is the person that is sending from, and you can select this group email. So that's something that you can do.
We have that already set up. So we have the sales email, and we can already select it. But when I was trying to put the email into the CRM, it wouldn't let me use that group email.
Are you trying to use it as a user? So the email itself is a user in the CRM?
I was going through your course, and so what we had was click on email and then set up an email for the CRM.
But the group email will behave in a different way. The group email is not really an email, it's an alias. Do you understand the difference between an email and an alias?
I do, yes.
Okay, very good. So if you're trying to go to email, and this is the place that you're trying to create, to define the email, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that will not work because it's not really a user and it's not really an email. All the group emails, they're usually just aliases. So it's not really an account. But you can define them in the organizational email, and then you don't need a password. It's just sending a verification email, you approve it, and that's it.
So I would need to set up the email under my personal email as I'm setting up CRM, and then come back and put the sales in under the organizational email?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay.
Yes. And then everybody can have access to it, and you can also send automations using this email.
Okay.
Okay. Is that answering the question?
Yes.
Very good. Let's continue on. So when creating a task in the leads and accounts module, okay, the contact name doesn't show up in the activities module, only from contacts and deal module. Is there a fix? So when you do it from the account, the related will be the account. That's right. So what we can do, I think we can write a small script for that, but let's try. So I'm going now, and we'll go to the activities, and let's create a new task, and that will be test. The due date will be tomorrow, and let's see if more fields are giving us anything. So this is related to. So one option is when you go to the more, you can go here and you can select the contact, and that's a manual action that you can do. Another thing that I would probably do, but I have a little bit more experience in programming, I would create a workflow that looks something like that. And it's a very small script to create. Actually, it will not work also, and I will explain. So I wanted to create basically a workflow. The workflow understands who is the account, and based on the account, it will connect the contact. The only problem that the majority of the times accounts will have more than one contact. So once you create this task, the task that is going to be created, there is no way to know who is the contact. Because if you have 3 contacts, for example, who is the one? If you have only one, probably there can be a script that is assigning it automatically. So no problem. So that's for the account. Now, you said also, you asked it about the lead as well, right? I don't see the question anymore, or maybe it's in the answered question. Yeah. Yes. So in the lead, there is no contact assigned to leads as far as I know my system. I don't know if in your system, 1 second, let me just remove it. So in my system, the lead is not connected to a contact. So the lead is really, it's a state before you going to a contact. So first it's a lead, then it's a contact. So also there, I don't know really why you need the contact. Do you have mic access by any chance? No mic access? Okay. So let me know if you have mic access. I can explain more. But for now, with the account, you can do it using a script, or you can do it manually, which I think it will be better to do it manually. And for the lead, I don't know really why you need the lead to be connected to a contact, or else you have a different use case, and I will be happy to dig into it more. Let's go to Ori.
In the deal module, there is a field called the amount. Now, this field, is it like an open field, or is it connected to, for example, to a quote? the price in a quote or the price in a sales order? Is it
No,
calculated properly?
it's just the amount that you enter in the deal.
So just
That's
something for me to write, and then afterwards come the sales order and everything.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just a field. You can do lots of stuff with it, but right now, without coding in the background, it's just a field that you use. That's it.
Okay. I have an additional question.
Mhm.
Some of my products, for example, annual usage fee, I want to create like after 1 year to send a reminder first for the agent about the 1 month before to start checking with the customer, and also to the customer itself to send him a reminder how to the annual period is done.
Yep.
Need to be accurate.
So few things. One, I can tell you that it's better to have in Zoho Books recurring invoice and just bill the client. 50% of the times when you're telling the client, do you want to renew? He will say no. Not because he don't like your product. It's just because he sees it as another expense. So just bill the client. That's if all the recurring businesses are billing, and then small percentage will ask a refund because they didn't ask to, and you of course give them the money back. So just this is a business advice. As for what you ask for, if you go to the create rule, and let's say it's about the deals, okay, and let's say we'll call it test for now. You will have here in the workflows, you will have the date time. And you can say, for example, if the closing date of the deal, okay, so you can say, so to do it 330 days, which is 1 month before the year or so, okay, or 5. So you can set 335 days after the closing date to send an email, okay? And you can do the notify by email to you and another email to the client, which is two different ones. Or you can have an email to the client, and for you can create a task.
Okay.
Okay, and that will solve your problem.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Super. See you soon. So our company is an electrical service and installation company, and we need to use Zoho for our service field. Okay, good luck. Service dispatch management. Is there a field service management update available or can easily used for service technicians? Yes. So we are in the process of working with a company named Zuper, Zuper.co, and the beauty about Zuper, just to give you a background, I used to own an appliance repair company. The problem that I had in the company that I invested about $100,000 into creating a custom solution, which is a field management system, and it didn't work well. And eventually, Zoho came up with the service management system. I will say lots of good things about Zoho. I will not say good things about the field management system. It's just was created by non-home services individuals. They don't understand how it works. Lots of problems, as you can understand, can occur in a field management system. In the real businesses that are not home services, you will have a meeting one-on-one. So I'm booking an appointment with you. But with home services, let's say I need to install a control panel. I will need 3 technicians. All of them need to be licensed in a specific grade. They need to be in a specific area. They need to have availability. It's much more robust and sophisticated system. And Zuper knows how to do it. I'm in contact with them for almost 6 months, defining what needs to be in the system and the integration levels. And I gave them until now about 10 clients, and it's very, very good. They're very impressive. And also I reached a deal with them that clients that I'm giving them will not pay a setup fee, which is a few $1,000s. So it's all waived. So again, if you're interested, probably Zooper will be a good solution, and it's fully integrated with Zoho. So it's really seamless. So field management, this is probably the solution, not the solution that Zoho provides. It's not that good. Issue with CRM. I like issues.
Hello.
Automation on forms. I have
Hello,
used
hello.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Great. How are you?
Yeah, good to hear you.
It's Lior, right?
That's right. That's
All
right.
My name's Shay.
Shay, sorry.
Yeah,
Shay.
no problem. So yeah, just a quick issue. We have a form set up on our contact page. We have two specific streams that come through it. One of them is typically an easy ask on a forgotten password. I've set up, the rest of them usually need to continue on to customer service. I have set up an automation rule to actually check the body of text to find specifically password and then specifically a certain combination of words. But I find that automation to be very touch and go, and it doesn't send off that email. And so I was wondering, is there a more efficient way in order for me to do this, to triage those two different emails?
Were you sending the form to?
Where am I sending the form to?
Which application? CRM, desk? Which application?
It's going to CRM. Sorry. Yes, it's going to the CRM. I have automation into the CRM to respond with an email, a prefabricated email out.
What I would do you know Zoho Desk?
Yeah, we're in the middle of figuring out what we need as an upgrade. It's a big, it's the organization's having a big conversation about. We've been talking about Zoho Desk or potentially Zoho One, but Zoho Desk is being used for technical ticketing right now. So that's what we're using it as. But we do have access to Zoho Desk. I just don't use it on the marketing side.
So Zoho Desk can take care of that.
Okay.
If you just want to do it on CRM, so how do you do it? You run it using workflows, the search?
Yes, I use the workflow. Yeah.
So you use the contains.
Contains. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the body text contains. Yeah.
And then it's not always happening, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the issue that I'm having, is that it's a little touch and go. It like when it works fine. It's absolutely, it catches people saying email and then specifically these keywords. And it's pretty precise, the keywords. So it's not like there's an issue with the actual keywords itself. And so, yeah, I just thought that maybe there might be, a better way to set that up. But if Zoho Desk is the answer, that's awesome. I'll take a look at it.
So Zoho Desk will be the answer. If you said that you're from marketing, I would actually stay in CRM, and I would try to create a deluge script. It's like a 30-minute script it will take to create it. Okay. And the script will search and not the workflow. The workflow not really supposed to search a keyword in a text. It's more like if, it's just for a criteria, but it's not really for that. So a deluge script will do the magic and will be more consistent than the workflow.
Okay, perfect. Thanks a lot, man.
Okay, no problem. Can you make a video or direct me to one that shows the email alias setup you just went over? Yeah, let's do it now. And let me just refresh it. As you can see, I was messing around with the canvas view. It's becoming my new hobby. Let me just close it. Okay. So, Carol, if you're going to the email and then you go under the organizational email, you will click here. And you click on add email address. Let's enter here Lior Isaac and Lior Isaac at gmail.com. So I will enter my test email. Okay. So you can see that now it's waiting for confirmation. Let me just grab my phone and I can enter the authentication code. As you can see here, the email is configured. It's all good. Now, when I'm going to let's say to a specific contact. It doesn't matter if it's a contact or whatever. When I'm going to send an email, you have now a drop down. Where is the? It should be here. Let me try to switch to the old version. Maybe that will give me, yeah. So maybe there is a bug on the new version. It's still in beta, but you can see here that I have this new email that I just configured, and then you can send an email from this organizational email. Now the organizational email can be a group email. So when the client is responding, everybody can get the notification. So is it answering the, okay, yes, perfect. Very good. Okay, let's continue.
So I got my Google Calendar to sync with Zoho, but
Mhm.
anything that's a recurring event on my Google Calendar does not show up on my Zoho calendar.
Good. So when you go to your integration and you do the authentication, again, I cannot do the authentication now because I don't have the account, but you will see that you have one-way or two-way sync. I assume what you have is a one-way sync, and this is why it's just going one way.
I did the two-way sync.
You did the two-way sync and it's still not working?
So it pulls in every event from my Google Calendar that is manually entered. But if there is a, like for example, your meeting this morning, that's just set up to be every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning for me. And that doesn't show up. And I have a lot of things that go on throughout the week that are every week I have a certain meeting and it just ends up on my calendar as a reoccurring event. And though none of those events come into Zoho.
Interesting. Did you try to call Zoho support about it?
I didn't.
Try it. Yeah, it's. I don't think I heard this problem before, or maybe no one tried it or saw this issue. But try with Zoho support because I don't have a good answer for you. If it's two-way, it should work.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I also don't have the translation option under my customizations.
You're on trial version, right?
Yes.
Yeah, trial version will not have translation. There are few things that you're missing, not many, but few.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
No problem.
I just had a question about the alias email that you just showed. Once that alias is set up, can that be used across all apps that are a part of Zoho One? Like, no. So it's only in CRM.
Yes. Soon, there will be more cross integration between the platforms. Not right now.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted to know. I mean, anything. So as far as the email address goes, though, it can be anything. I saw in your example you were using a Gmail address. So it doesn't have to be related to the domain that's already been. Okay. Great.
No, it can be anything that you can confirm.
Right. All right. That's it for now. And thank you. And thank you for that family group thing at the beginning. That was perfect.
No problem.
So.
Perfect. Okay, let's continue.
Hello, Lior. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, thank you so much for creating such a wonderful course. I just
no problem.
Day before yesterday. And actually, my question is that we are SaaS, B2B, and I'm beginner. I don't know much about the CRM. And what I am doing, I feel like we are using Lamlist for the cold calling, cold emails. And when anybody is opening our email and responding us, then it is going to the Zoho. And then I feel like that I'm using everything under the lead status and I'm running the workflows over there. So what you recommend, like whether we, for example, if a lead is asking you for the demo, I change the lead status to demo schedule and automatically message is going to them. That demo is scheduled, So it should remain under lead or change to contact or opportunity or, whatever. So many things.
I personally think that the lead system should be only a babysitting system, just to send the email, do you like to have a demo, or do you have an interest in our product? Once he's saying yes, or he's saying I would love to have a demo, I'm moving away from the lead system. The main reason is, as time goes by, the lead becoming a contact, he accumulates more information, and I don't want to have this information in the lead system. The lead system should be very, very clean. You should have the status, the source, company name, basic stuff. And once he's going to the deal cycle, then you're asking, lots of questions. Demo provided, yes, no, maybe the date, automations, and that will be all in the deal, right? You will have, if he has a work drive link, he will have it here, follow-ups, anything. So that's all in the deal. But the leads should be very, very minimal section with not too much information. So that's my take on it. But some other people will say that I'm wrong, right? So I'm only human, and I can just say what I like to do.
Got it. So can I ask the second question?
Of course.
Okay. We are sending the PDF document to the lead after giving them the demo. So I want if system can automatically take the lead's first name or last name in the PDF and along the email sent to the lead. Is this possible in this system? It can
Yeah.
do it?
Yeah, you need to explore this section. If you go to the templates, and under the templates, you will have the mail merge. So the mail merge has the ability to have a document. In this case, it's just a test document, of course. And on this test document, I can say, for example, that this is, let's say, the first name and last name. I will go to edit this mail merge. It takes about 15 seconds to load. Okay, so I can mark the first name, and I will just click on first name. And then the last name, 1 second, and the last name will be last name. Okay, so this is really how you do it. You just have your document, which it starts not as a PDF, right? It starts with a document. You replace all the variables from the document to those variables, and then you can send it as a PDF. This is really a mail merge. Okay, so you can explore this option. That's probably will solve your problem.
Got it. Actually, I feel like that you do have one, the video in the course as well. I feel like that. I need to actually watch it.
I have a mail merge in the course. That's right. Yes.
I need to watch it again.
Yeah. Okay. You can also do it like manually, right? So you can have it as an attachment, for example. You see?
Yes, I do manually. So I do not want to do it manually. So that is why I was, I was asking this question. Okay. So, I mean, this can be possible in the mail merge.
Yes. Mail merge will solve the problem. Yes, that's right.
Okay. My third question.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Do you have a specific layout for the SaaS solution? As we are selling our software, it is B2B. So what is your recommendation?
I don't think that there is any template for any business. And the reason is that if you think about it, 90% of the service businesses out there, they're identical. You have a lead, the lead will have a status, you might have a cold lead or just a regular lead, and then it's being converted to a deal. The deal needs to have an invoice. It's all the same. The 10% will be this magic that's creating it your system, and the small fields that are requesting information specifically for your business. This is why I don't think that you can have really a template, right? We tried in the past to sell templates, but then we're becoming a cookie cutters. It's not that. I think when you go to the CRM, You need to feel great with your system. It needs to be beautiful. It's like a masterpiece because it has all the information. You're not overwhelmed with some Skype and Twitter and all those fields that are just overwhelming you. You have exactly what you need, and only you can make the system yours. It's just about trying a bit more and playing with the system and learning a bit more. But that's what I think, really.
And in leads module, if I want to add multiple sections, for example, I want to add some of numbers in it, so there was not any where I can add, for example, the next codes. The companies who are working for the government, they have to add a few next codes, so there was not any option in the leads module to add multiple numbers in it.
What do you mean numbers? Phone numbers?
No, not phone numbers. The specific codes.
The codes?
Yeah, specific codes. For example, if I want to add through a CSV file, if I want to add the name, first name, last name, phone number, email, everything, and then a couple of codes as well. And these codes should be separate.
Not sure I get it. So let's say that I am right now on a lead. Let me just go to a specific lead. If you want to log calls, you just do it from here. So you have multiple calls for every lead.
Not call, codes.
Codes?
Codes, yeah. CODES.
Okay, so those codes, where you use them? Is it like codes for your product?
Yeah, we can personalize.
Okay, I got it. Let me show you. I got the question now. Let me show you. I would create what we call a subform. The subform will be, let's say, codes. And you will have here field number 1 will be the code. Field number 2 will be, let's say, status. And that will be, let's say, new, used, whatever you want. You can have here the date that it was used. Is that answering the question?
Yeah, so I mean, not single. These codes should be more. I mean,
let me show you. You can have billion. So let's say I'm going here. That will be code number 1, status new, code number 2, status new.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay.
Why it was a problem for me? Not you.
It's all about knowledge, right? This is why we're doing those webinars. Let me move to more people because our time is running out and I don't want to leave with people with questions, okay? Perfect. Thank you very much, Samina. Thank you. Okay, let's finish more questions so people will not be angry. And it will be a rebellion. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Yep, 1 minute after, but that's fine. Every Wednesday, join. It's fun. It's just learning more, expanding the knowledge, which it's really helpful with Zoho. Okay. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.